You're just tuning in. Yes, it says 22 planner, but that eventually will be covered. I am going to do Patty hashtag Artist Journal Prompts 2024. Miss Cat's Craft about this, so I spent yesterday evening watching all these wonderful ladies, and this morning when I first got up at like I don't know, it's 4:30. I did the first page or week one, and it was called the introduction page. What I chose to use is just this planner. So when you open it, it's week one, and you can kind of I went on here first. Mrs. Cat's Crafting told me thought it to be fun to do each week. Artist Journal, hashtag Artist Journal Prompts 2022, Life with Patti, Tina's Messy Crafty Life, week one, introduction page, but a Van Gogh. And this right here, this back right here, actually looked like this, except it had a little bit bigger space in it. So I just covered it with some of my mixed media paper. Now, I'm gonna try, because I am catching up. There's 7 weeks so far. So our next week would be photographs, week 3 stickers, winter, quotes, Valentine, and scrap paper. This week's is actually scrap paper. So I'm going to try to catch up on these the next few days, or you never know today. I am not a big football fan, so I won't be watching the Super Bowl. So we're going to do photographs, which what I did is I went and printed some photographs of my family off. And I'm just going to do like a collage. But we're going to cover this background paper here. And then I'm just going to collage the photographs. And I want some colors or paper that'll pop it a little bit. So let's see. What do I... Pretty pink, blue. I almost said pink. Cardstock. And I'm just going to glue that down on either side. And then I'll trim it. So let's get this fancy dancy glue stick. I'll move this to the side over here. I'm going to start on this side. Get the edge real good. All right. And I'm just going to grab the blue. And I'm just going to kind of get it on there as nice as possible. There we go. It's Sunday. Everybody's like, Tina, we're all sleeping. That's all right. You can watch it later. I never was an early riser. I was an all-nighter, and just lately it seems like I can't keep my eyes open past 9 o'clock. So just kind of flatten that a little bit like that. And then what I'm going to do is bury my scissors. I just realized I had the wrong one. All right. So I'm just going to get closer to it. Right on the edge. There we go. If it hangs over a little bit, I don't mind that. No major. I like when people come up with prawns. I do the scavenger hunt. I did this, I should say. I did the scavenger hunt for Janet Nash channel already. That's already down and put on the shelf. Okay. And I went through and I numbered to make sure of course, I'd have enough of 52 weeks. But I wanted to see if it was possible to go to work.
Nope.
Oh, I'm live.
He needs the van though, so he's gonna come and swap it. So I got to get my gear out.
Oh, okay. I'm live. Just so you know. Okay. Money.
Did I do anything wrong?
No, I was just letting you know so you didn't swear or anything. Or say something obnoxious or anything. So then I don't get turned in. They're pretty picky about that stuff. Not you, YouTube. All right. Good morning, Sandra. I try to get it even on the bottom, but I never forget it. So I'm just going to do it like this. And I cover both edges. There we go. All right. How are you, Sandra? Oh, yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. As long as I don't put extra. I'll touch it up with a different glue. Get that. Hi, Sabrina. While you're up, I was going to message you after like 9 o'clock. My time, so that would have been 10 o'clock. But I will after this. I woke up to your message. I was in bed by 8:30, 8:45. I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore. I'm like, I'm out. Good morning, Miss Cat. Yeah, it is week 7 is scrap paper. Because I started watching them last night, fell asleep, picked up where I left off, and then I wrote the list so I could catch up. So right now I got enough to do up to quotes. Quotes is the only one I didn't go do like grab stuff for. Yeah, me too. And I was going to put my Valentine stuff away yesterday, and I'm glad I did, or I'd had to go all the way downstairs and get it. So that was a blessing. So I'm using a planner I picked up not long ago from a sale. I'm not going to do a lot of bulk in here because it's not very big one. But I've known about this. I probably would have used the one I was thinking about using this one and not making it in my art journal, but I decided, I already started in this and I don't like ripping out. So, and I'm so disappointed in the second one because I bought 2, but I only looked at one. The second one was stuck together on pages. I was not pleased about that yesterday when I was going, because that's what I was going to use. Yeah. So half the pages all were stuck together. So that was a $5 loss. Like I ended up with 30 pages out of the whole planner. Yeah. So here we go. So the prompt is photographs. Well, I was like, and what my understanding from Patti was when I watched her introduction, it's up to interpretation, basically. So I went through and just picked a bunch of my family's pictures here. And I'm just going to kind of do a collage. So we're going to let this sit over here to dry a little bit. And I'm going to get my cutter. Yeah. I bought myself a new cutter. Yep. I sold some stuff a while ago, and the person ended up in the hospital, and she asked if she could wait till after the first of the year to pay me. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Well, good timing because I was able to replace my cutter. And then I forgot the other day when I don't know what I was cutting up by hand. And I'm like, Tina, you're a bonehead. Your cutter's fixed. Because I don't like the roller ones. Or maybe it's because I'm too used to this type. I don't know. But, yeah. And then I'm going to, after I get all the pages done, it's going to be boom, boom, boom of videos with each week I'll put up. Also. But I thought I was sitting here going to do this anyway, so I thought I might as well go live. Enjoy your guys' wonderful company and work on this. And quotes, I got to find my quotes. I got a quote book. I just have to. I can't find my damn tags. Not Samantha. Jesus. Who's Samantha? Oh my God. Too many S's in my life. Because I almost said Sabrina. Stephanie G sent me these cool ass tags. I love them. And I can't find them. So it was because I also do my little memory book here, you know. And these are such cool tags. And I gotta find them so I can do my pictures. This is my little family thing. And I thought, hang on, I gotta go get a picture that I thought I lost. And I found it. So I stuck it somewhere so I wouldn't lose it. So I can put it in here. But I can't find what I put those tapes. I put stuff away and I can't find it. And I don't want to make anymore or like make some because I knew as soon as I start cutting the dies down, I'll find them. So these are my grand doggies. That is Scout and that is Spencer. Xavier took a picture for me. So he can go right there. So but I couldn't find it. Here, it was in my jacket pocket. I found it the other day, so I stuck it on my fridge. Diamond told me the other day, she goes, "Oh my God, look at the dogs." And I'm like, they were both sitting I'm going to try to get a picture of them. They sit at the back fence and sit nice, waiting for me to come out. And Spencer, he's a barker. And he'll bark, and then I'll be like, "Okay, buddy, I'm all right," And then if they see Scott and I headed into the house, oh my God, you better go over and say hi to them because they will not stop. So I did these highlights from 2023. There is two pictures from 2024. But other than that, they're most from 2024. 3. As you see, family's a big part of my life. It always has been. I always think to myself, wow, if I didn't have, I think back in my life, I was going nowhere before I got pregnant with Diamond. My grandfather figured I'd be living it. Hello, Pam. My grandfather said to me he was scared that he would have to bury me before I buried him. Not that I was drinking or doing drugs, but I just living a little recklessly and not the best people to hang out with, but I never was a druggie or an alcoholic. It was just a lifestyle. And well, then I found myself with a bundle of joy, and there's that bundle of joy now, 31 years later. And I always tell Diamond, I said, "You made me grow up." Because I did. Oh, yeah. Big time. Single parent for almost, I don't like that single parent title, okay? Because I didn't classify myself as a single parent because I had an awesome people around me. My mom, my grandfather, Scott. Scott became a part of our life when Diamond was just a year old. Just turned a year. When Scott and I've known Scott since I was 18. We just were friends, and then here we are. Things led to one and things. I married my best friend. Fell in love with my best friend. And I married my best friend. But did I get all 3 of the kids? Oh, please, Amy, tell me I didn't forget Coda. Well, if I did, I'll just have to. Nope, there's Coda. Okay. It's like, did I forget Coda? Well, if I did, I'll have to print it out afterwards and just add it to the page. Okay, Miss Cat, you don't have to tell me. Now, you have older grandkids that are probably my children's age, or close to it. Diamond's 31, Xavier's 27. Then you go back to grandkids younger than mine, or are the little ones you're talking about your great grandchildren. I was wondering that the other day. And I know one is named Nicholas, and for the life of me, I can't remember the second child. I was thinking about that when I was the other day, and I'm like, are those great grandchildren, or are those actually grandchildren? So here we go. Now, I may come back or like do a thing and write family, whatever, but I'm just gonna kind of do a collage of my pictures I have cut out. Look at it. This is me and my son dancing at his reception. My grandkids range in age from 5 to 33. Nicholas and Anthony are 7 and 5. That's it. Yes, baby? What was Mr. Bean doing?
Bean.
Who were you saying? That's not yours. I just
Oh,
heard it.
there was a cat running around with $100 bill.
Oh, it was a video. I thought
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
you were
yeah,
outside
yeah.
and you videoed the
No, no,
Penny
no,
or
no.
it sounded like cat with Penny.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. John was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come get the van." He's like, "Dang it, the guy called and canceled. I'm turning around and going home." I'm like, "Okay, thanks for letting me know."
Yeah.
That's why I want the bag so I can just.
Well, I gave you one.
No, that's why I wanted the bag
Okay.
so I could just throw my gear in there. Gone.
Scott switches vehicles so off and on. I said the neighbors are going to talk if they didn't knew what he was
They
doing.
already have.
Yeah. Because one day I'll look out, he'll have a silver van. Next day I'll look out, he has a maroon van. One day I'll look out, there'll be a car in my driveway.
Oh, can't forget about the gold one or the red one or
Yeah.
the black one
Oh, yeah.
or the blue one.
Like yesterday, I was, okay, this is cool. Let me show you. Scott's brother.
What? Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to them.
Oh.
His name is Hawk. So and he's passed away quite a few years ago.
Oh, yeah, I seen him.
Yeah.
Picture of him in the backyard.
So every time our kids were younger when he passed away, and Diamond was very close to him. And she says, and I told her, she asked, will I ever see Uncle Hawk again? And I said someday, and she's like, well, what do I do in between? Because I had explained the whole, it was just for her first death that she can remember, you know? So I told her, if you ever see a hawk up in the sky, that's a hawk saying hi. It's stuck with the, all these years. Well, this hawk, he comes to see me and Scott all the time. He was on our trailer earlier this year. Chantel noticed him yesterday as they were in their backyard, and she snapped me a picture. So I go out to see if I can see him, but she's like, he flew away, Mom. So I ended up walking over by them, chatting with them. Scott's gone. Okay. Scott did say, oh, that's cool. But I'm assuming he's out and about. So I'm over there. I come and matter of fact, Allie was doing her rocks. I said, Allie, I'm going to go talk to Uncle Saber and Chantel. I'll be right back. Well, we didn't have chit-chatting for like 20 minutes. Because I came back in and she was still in whatever. So I go back out by them because I got new family members. I got a beta and I got some little neon fish, but I forgot to buy flakes for my neon fish. So I said, are you guys going to the pet store today at all? And Jen goes, no, but we'll be in that area. Why? What do you need? I said, I forgot flakes for my other fish. I got the beta food. She goes, oh, Mom, just get me a container. They buy big ones because they got 3 fish tanks. So I come in the house, do that, and start chit-chatting with them again. I come back in here, talk to Ellie. She ends the live. Start doing my thing. And then I realize that one of my socks had a hole in. So I'm like, I don't keep them socks anymore. They go in the garbage. I ain't even fixing them. I used to fix my socks. So I threw them out, go upstairs. And Allie's upstairs doing her own thing. I go in me and Scott's bedroom and get a pair of socks. And I whip on the light and he goes, ah! And I'm like, oh, so I shut the light off and I go, holy Scott. So I grab my socks. I go to Allie. When did Papa get home? She goes, oh, you were by Uncle Xavier. Never knew he came home. Well, he didn't park the vehicle in the driveway. He parked it on the road. And he says that to me when he wakes up. I'm like, baby, I didn't even know you were home. He goes, well, didn't you see the van? I said, do you see the party on the block? Oh, he goes. I'm like, let the person know you're home. Well, I said, hi, everybody. I said, did we, as in your son and daughter-in-law, acknowledge back? He goes, well, no. Hello, then. That means we didn't hear you. Scared the living shit out of me. I would have, because I just said about an hour before that, I'm like, Alias, Nana's thinking about taking a nap. I'd have crawled in bed and flipped out. Yeah. When I say, woohoo, I have tons of that. And that's what I used to, yeah. So let's see. My grandkids range age from 5 to 33. Nicholas and Anthony are 7 and 5, the two youngest, whose parents decide late in life to have kids after all. Okay, that explains it. My great grands range from age 3 to 14. Okay. I was wondering that the other day. I'm thinking, are they great grandkids? And I could not think of Anthony's name for the life of me. I was like, what is the other one's name? Yep. Oh, damn. Yep. Well, Scott's mom was telling me, Aunt Shirley, Scott's mom's sister, mom was pregnant at the same time as her oldest daughter. Yep. So there is a niece and a daughter the same age. Or a granddaughter. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to put that right there. Where's that one of Scott and I? Trying to find the one I'm looking for. That's Scott. He's headed out during that big storm that we got 13 inches of snow. Grands and great grands. So I started. My grandparents had 4 children. Their children had 13 children between the 4 of them. Those 13 grandchildren have, what did I figure out? 27 great grandchildren. That'd be like Diamond. Now, those great grandchildren have, what did I call it? 10 great grand. I always think, I wonder what my grandparents would think. If, when they look down, they started out with a family of 4 that made 13, and so forth and so forth. It's, yeah. And Diamond had the first great grandchild, and that was Allie on my dad. That's my dad's family. Now my mother's family, my grandparents, my mom's parents only had daughters, and my brother was the first only grandson. Now, here it is. Yep, there you go. And what the hell is this? Oh, frozen. Oh, there's more boys and great grandchildren. So yeah, let me figure this out. Yeah, because see, my mom had a boy and girl. My mom was actually the only one that had a boy and girl. My Aunt Fran had 3 girls. My Aunt Penny only had 1 daughter. So, but those children, the boys outranked than the girls. So like I had 1 of each. My cousin Jackie had 3 boys, 1 girl. Tara had 1 of each. Connie had 3 boys. Tara has 1 of each. Yeah. That's the grandchildren. Oh, my brother had 1 boy. Yeah, the boys outweighed the great grandchildren for my grandfather. And now I couldn't tell you how many great grandchildren except my own. Because I'm not families grow apart, when my mom passed away, that was my aunts treated me like crap. So I don't have much to do with my mom's sisters. Okay. So I sure love this glue stick Kathy told me about. I'm on my second one already, Kathy. I have to buy me another one. The way I use it, yeah. Tell I do a lot of good. But I tell you, this is a lot cheaper than that art glitter glue. Holy smokers. I have 2 granddaughters and 1 great-granddaughter, but live in boy and a girl, and Pete had 2 boys, but only has one. Okay. I have 2 grown granddaughters and 1 great-granddaughter, but live in Virginia. I had a boy and a girl, and Pete had 2 boys, but only one has kids. Okay. Oh, so you're a combined family. Okay. That's cool. Hey, and families are made of all sorts of. That's like Scott's brother Hawk I just talked about. Isn't really Scott's biological brother, because Scott's family parents only had 2 children, boy and girl. But Hawk and Scott, man, they're 2 peas in a pod. They should have been brothers. They're just brothers by others. But people would never have known it. The way those 2 interacted, they they all assumed that Scott and Hawk were full blood siblings. So I said, I wish I would have been lucky like that in my childhood, because my my stepmother did not have the attitude that I mattered or my brother mattered or that my children matter or my grandchildren matter. And guess what? I look at it this way. It took me a while. Their loss, my dad's loss. Matter of fact, this summer when my son got married, because I haven't talked to my dad for over 5 years. Yep. And I just like Sosalia, my beautiful. I didn't find an individual picture of her, but she's in the family one right there. Sosalia, right there. Whoop, nope, Sosalia right there. It's hard to see. She's Sam's daughter. Well, here's a better picture of Sosalia right there. Sosalia in the red. It's beautiful. And I always tease her that she's my practice grandchild. I don't like that step granddaughter title, so I don't use it when people ask me, "Oh, how many grandchildren do you have?" "Oh, I have 4." And then if I throw in Tim's, I have 3 more. And then if I throw in all the pets, I have some more. But Leah told, and Leah's grandma, her mom's mom, she had an issue with Leah calling me and Scott Nana Papa. They're not your grandparents. And Candace, I have to give Candace, that's Leah's mom, kudos. Because she's like, Mom, stop. Tina and Scott have fully recognized Leah as their grandchild, and I can't ask for better people to be around my children. They could have treated her differently because she wasn't Diamond's child. Leah says, man, Leah told me one year she saved up because I'm a fair grandmother. If I go to the Dollar Tree and I give each one, well, it's now $2, $1 at the Dollar Tree if we went, I'd save that dollar and I'd put it aside so when I saw Leah. She said she saved it one year because Leah's a type pincher. You need to borrow money, that's the who you call. Well, not so much now that she's a college student, but she worked all through high school. But she told me she saved all her dollars that I would hand to her because I didn't want her to ever feel that she didn't get the same as the other grandkids. Because this is sad. Sam's own parents forget to buy her Christmas presents or birthday presents. They remember Diamond and Sam's children, but they don't remember Leah. I made a point this Christmas. I'm like, Leah, what'd you get from your grandparents? She's like, nothing. And she's so laid back. And they, of course, oh, we forgot it on the bed. How do you forget Christmas presents when you're loaded them up? They do it every year. Sad. And that's their grandchild. But so Leah, back to what I was saying. Leah told me she was putting her dollars in her bank. She just got this little bank on her dresser. And she knew all the dollars in there were from me and Scott. That when she opened it, she had over $150 worth of dollars one year from the Dollar Tree. I'm like, well, you get your dollars too. It's only fair.
That was for you to get what you needed.
I said, I go to the Dollar Tree. Well, now it's more. They used to get more out of me because they'd get their dollar going in the store, and then they'd get to the checkout, and they put their stuff up on the counter, and they paid for it. So they all walked away with $1. Anyways, but I grew up in that family where I was that stepchild. So I was not having that with. And I told Diamond that. Diamond's a stepmother. I said, do not ever, and I repeat, ever treat Leah different than the rest of your children because you did not biologically give them or birth them. Because if that's the case, Dad's going to start treating you like crap. She's like, what? I said, because Scott's not daddy. Scott's not biological Diamond. Scott's not biologically Diamond's dad or father. He is dad. So you've never been treated different because you weren't his daughter. So don't treat Leah like that. And she never has. And now they're, like Diamond says, it's because Leah's 20, will be 21. Diamond's 31. They're only 10 years apart. They're like she says, it's fun now that she's older because I don't have like being stepmom parent. She called it. They borrow clothes from each other. It's funny. Yeah, I told her to enjoy that now because I don't see Allie borrowing your clothes because Allie's got her own little look. I said, and by the time Riley reaches that age, she's going to look at your clothes going, oh my God, Mom, you wore that? She goes, thanks, Mom. I'm like, it's the way of life. Aaliyah, yeah, she'll definitely. I don't see children or Tim's children that often. But Leah's parents or mother, oh yeah, and dad are Tim's fiance's parents are very involved in Tim's children's lives. And plus Jocelyn is Tim's first child. Her grandparents and great grandparents are very involved in Jocelyn's life. So, but they know who I am. They call me Nana Tina Winnie. When I see them, I do buy Christmas presents for them. Okay, where do I got? Oh, I got one picture of my child. One Xavier. Where can I fit him? I think I'll just trim this one a little bit. We all get that effect. It's a school bus. So I'll just trim it a little bit. Yeah, Big Xavier. He's a school bus driver. There we go. Okay. He took that job so they would not struggle as much. When they bought their house. There we go. So that's prompt 2, photographs. I hope that's what she meant. But I think it's a lot up to interpretation of what you think it means. That's my impression I got. I'm going to give this a blow dry here real quick. Just in case there's any lingering glue. It's hard to believe. Those are my... I didn't have one of Leah. I said to Dami, you took one of all the kids alone, except Leah. She goes, oh, shoot. Because I was going to put them all in frames. We have a family portrait. I chose this one. That's me and Scott's 26th anniversary picture. We went to this fancy dinner. Lobster steak, champagne and cherry or strawberries. High-end restaurant. I felt like Julia Roberts because they had more than one fork on the table. Yummy, delicious. In a building that was built in the 1800s. One of the oldest buildings in De Pere, which is like a suburb of Green Bay. Good food. Oh my God, it was great. They even have a running, ready for this? Because, their decor is vintage. So in the corner when you walk, because it also was a hotel at one time, which you still can rent out our rooms, I found out. There's a payphone in the corner with the old type wooden box payphone and a little thing to sit on. So I was taking a picture, and it still works. You still can pay. And he pays more to have it in there than any people use it, he told me. But it's not a joke of it. So I called the kids on the payphone. Diamond says, she didn't recognize the number. I think I paid 50 cents. I don't remember, 4 quarters, whatever, to make a phone call. So I called the grandkids, and Diamond, I had to talk through their answering machine. I'm like, Diamond, will you pick this up? So they picked up. She's like, Mom, what's wrong? I'm like, no, it's nothing. I just want to call the kids so they can experience a phone, talking to Nana on a payphone. She goes, where are you using a payphone? And I told her. She goes, oh, that's right. There is one in there. So I'm like, yeah, duh. So I am going to put week. I like putting what they are so I know when I go back and be like, why did I do this? That's just me. I forgot what I was writing. Oh, photographs. Duh. Did I just spell it? G-R-A-P. Yeah, A-H-S. There. Man, I hate that when my brain does that. I second guess my own spelling because I'm really bad at spelling. And most of the time, you'd think after all these years I'd quit doing that because most of the time I did spell it right. So week 2, photographs. Now the next one prompt is stickers. Well, what did I do with them? Oh, they're right here. I decided to get one of my favorite artists out and do some Van Gogh. So I printed off some of his pictures I like. So, and this is not my page. This is not how I can't leave these without doodling off the side. I'm a doodler, so I have to frame everything. It's just how I am. Tina Tuesday is back on, people. So I will be kind of got a project in my head. I have to work out the little details. I'm actually going to probably go live for Tina Tuesday this week. I meant in Patty, are you still here? So, you guys told me, I told me, I told you that I had a credit on Amazon, and Diamond accidentally used my credit. So when she told me, I told her, well, just go buy me something off my wish list. So she's like, okay. So remember the artist trading card that you gave me? This, which I love, totally love. Well, before I went through on Amazon, and I found one. Luckily, it didn't come back the same. I found this. So I put it in my Amazon wish list, and that's what Diamond had sent to me. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I got little ones. I wanted the coins. So I thought, well, at the time, I didn't know you were going to send me that when I put this in my wish list. Totally forgot about it. But yeah, isn't that cool? So I opened this Amazon package, and I'm like, oh my God, that was so awesome. So you know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to make me some coins. Artist traders coins. I haven't did them in a long time. Only wish I noticed is they have number 676. I'm actually, and they like have number 4, 5, 6, 7. I wish they went to actually had that as one stamp. I may cut that just so I have the NO. Because I'll put my own number. ATC. I can't wait that I'm going to put that on my envelopes. Artist trading card. Yeah. So cool. So that was so cool. Yeah. Alley Cat's still sleeping up north. Up north, upstairs. She's going home. Sam works. He'll be picking her up after 1 o'clock-ish today. And then next time, I have to mark this down. Oh, hang on. I forget. I do this all the time. I say, oh, I got to mark this down. And then I forget, and I don't mark it down. So bear with me a few seconds here. This is how I keep track. Whoops. Okay. Where am I? Today. Okay. So that's how I keep track. So now the next one is Coda's weekend. In February. That's how I do it. So some week in February, see I already did my February. He'll get his weekend, and then in March, of course, is Riley's weekend. Sometimes in between there's all three together, but they each usually get, unless life happens, a weekend with Scott and I. And I said to Scott, Diamond, I remembered whose weekend it was next too. It was Riley's because Coda was here at Christmas, and we did Christmas ornaments. She goes, Allie needed to get away from the siblings weekend, and so we decided to start all over because of the first of the year. So, and Riley has a choice because Riley's still at that age. She's okay with spending the night at Elena and Papa's, but she thinks her siblings should be there. So then she picks Coda one weekend, or she'll pick Allie. But now she told me she's a big girl. She's going to spend her own weekends with me and Scott by herself. She's going to try one night. And then she said, maybe I'll move into 2 nights. And I'm like, that's up to you. All right. Dad, I miss my father-in-law so much. It's hard to believe that it's going to be a year already. It's like, where did it go? I want him spotlighted. So we're going to highlight that one a little bit. There we go. It blows me away how a year went by. I can't remember at the moment what the song that Scott and I Saber. It's a Leonard Skinner song that Saber and I danced to. But he had me. I cried. I know if I see it. And I asked Chantel, who picked out the song for Xavier and I did, the dance? And he said he did. Simple Man. That's the one that he picked out for him and I to dance to. Simple Man, if anybody's a Leonard Skinner fan, which I had no idea Xavier knew, but he did because it's the one he picked out. Yeah, he had Mama in tears. Told me I quit doing that. I just literally took this picture of Xavier on Friday. I got a few of them I got put in my book. He's the kid that rolls his eyes at me when I ask for stuff. Him, Xavier. I see you got your bus. Can I come over and take a picture? He's like, Mom, I don't have a lot of time. I'm like, I just want to get a picture of you going in your bus, you sitting at your seat. Is that hard to ask for? Fine, Mom. How's that? Like, he's like, 4 pictures, that's it. And I'm like, okay. He didn't say I couldn't take a video, though. But you know what? He has the ring, and I guess they give neighborhood alerts. Yeah, he called me. He's like, Mom. I'm like, what? He goes, make sure you keep the house locked up, even the garage. And I'm like, I usually do. He goes, well, I'm just making sure. And I'm like, why? He goes, because they had break-ins in the neighborhood. And he knows I'm home a lot. He goes, so I don't want you. He goes, you stay in the house at dark. No go. He says, if Dad's not home, you don't go outside. I even told Chantel the same thing. I'm like, okay. Because me and Chantel are home by ourselves at night. Xavier works till 9. He's home a little after 9. Scott is, you never know. But he wanted to make sure Chantel and I didn't go wandering between yards until they figure out all these car and garage getting broke into. I mean, think about it, come against me and Chantel, 2 single women. Me popping between Xavier's yard at dark. Yeah. Well, I told Xavier I'd go down kicking and screaming. I'd probably scare them off because the neighbors would hear me and Jeremy'd come running over. I mean, we got a good neighborhood. but it's only 4 blocks away. They had a house broken into, so yeah. And it's not that far away if you think about it. Oh, I gotta go to that a little bit. I'm glad you told me about this. Sorry. I always watch your videos anyways, but I was thinking I needed something else to do. So this is worked right in my ballpark. I think that's July. It's 2 months after Scott had his heart attack. And this is right before me and Diamond got sick. In our little mommy daughter day before she went back to school, because Diamond says, Mom, I really thought I was in a clear because the kids were not feeling well during over Christmas break, but they seemed to get better. So she thought for sure it was okay to spend some time together. Now got Allie's barking like a dog. Oh my God. Scott went on. He told me went out after I went to bed. He went to Walgreens, or not Walgreens, Walgreens or Walmart, and got Allie some stuff. He called Diamond. He's like, "What can I buy this child so she quits coughing when she sleeps?" So he went and picked her up something while I was sleeping. See, Diamond doesn't send hers. I mean, Allie's got a cold. But any other sign of stuff, Allie doesn't send her kids to school. Like she says, I may not send Allie after she listened to Allie here yesterday. She may just have Allie take another day off on Monday just to kind of get a little bit better. She's not sure. There, that looks more like something I would do. Actually, it's pretty calm. Yeah, I might find a couple more pictures I could fit in that space right there. I can add them later. Maybe get a couple pictures of Diamond's animals and Chantel and Xavier's and put them right there. So that is prompt photographs. All right. Now the next prompt is stickers. So I'm just going to go over here. And what I did is, due to the fact my stickers are going to be Van Gogh-ish, I just went in and cut me some paper of Van Gogh. And I'm going to go like this. Actually, you know what? I ain't going to do that. I know what I'm going to do. So bear with me. Keep on losing this brush I love. I can't find it again, but we'll use this one. Okay, I need a piece of scrap paper right here. I'm going to put that in between. Okay. All right. I definitely got to clean my water. Forgot to do that. All right. I know what that. I'm going to go. I'll be right back. I have to go use the little ladies' room. And I have to get something I have to crawl under the table for anyway. So I will be right back. I just told Scott, be warned. He goes, what? I said, you may be hit for donuts. He's like, oh. It's too cold. She wanted donuts yesterday, and I was doing too cold to walk. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Here. All right, I'm back. Okay. See, I probably got to do cool stickers. I'm going to do a kind of layout on this side, and then probably some mixed media on that side, and just get some random stickers that I was given most recently. But this side I have a plan. So. These are my most expensive stencils I have ever bought in my whole crafting community. And I cherish them that they go in their own little thing. Because it's the Van Gogh collection. So, and they're so delicate that I gotta watch how I take them out. Because it gets so tangled up. I had an envelope. Oh, Spring has sent me them. I can put it back in envelopes. I had them individually. In their own little envelopes, so I didn't have to deal with this tanglement every time. Let's see. So break them. Now, I think I'm going to use this. Yep, we're going to use this. Okay. This back to this side. And my paint. Hopefully I still got enough in here. All right. I'm going to dry this a little bit first. I'll take a bit. Okay. So one more color. It will be yellow. Well, at least color one more color like this. There's so much stuff on my desk. It's unreal. All right. I'm gonna move that over. We're going to get my dryer. Dry again. I never fails. I do that all the time. But you know what? It's all right. Oh, look at that coming up. I'm going to drag that off a little bit on that edge. That makes it look like I'm supposed to do it. See, I should think, when I do this, I should grab another piece after I put it down. And look at there, I got, yeah. See, I'm not getting back in the swing of here lately, I tell you. Come on, give me some paper. I always have paper behind me. Hey. And bear with me a little bit. I want to touch that up. It shouldn't take long. It's just a little bit. All right. I don't know. All right. Now. Ah, man. Oh. I'm going to finish this real quick, and then I got to go take my medication, which is upstairs. And I'm going to pull it. Not bad. Not bad. Turned out really better than I thought, except for right here. It got a little gobby, but that's expected because that's on the edge. We're going to fix that in a second. I am cleaning this right away. These are probably the ones I clean most right away. Hi. JT. Oh, God. Scott's watching Tom Cruise. The movie I ever liked him was Top Gun. There we go. Okay. It's pretty good. So for the backside. All right. All right, I will be right back. I gotta go take my medication, so I will be right back. And it's upstairs, so I have to go get it. Oh my God. I have this little half a square pill. All my pills that it's hard for me to swallow. It's that one. It's like long and I have to cut it in half. I'm like, Jesus. You're all probably thinking, what the heck does this have to do with stickers? You'll see. Oh, Joanne. I tell ya, I'm never alone because every day Joanne's lets me know this. Hi, Rinda. How are you? Oh, yeah, definitely. You're crying today. Probably. Yes. If you're not a Packer fan living in Green Bay, don't put it in your front yard. That's all I'm saying. Ten, 12, I believe. Why? Riley's a 7-ish. It's not my best work here, but it's cool. I'll clean them later. I'll stick them up here. All right. Not my best. I don't like it, but oh well. Now we're going to. Oh, damn. Where'd you find that? How'd you find all that way down there? I'll have to get a hold of you. I'm going to probably pick it up just to put away for later. I mean, she's the one. My daughter's she's the big football fan. She gets that from my mama. So storage unit at the permit. Oh, nice. Oh man, I love that job. I remember cleaning out houses. And man, the stuff people leave behind. Or the stuff they decide to destroy because they know they're losing their house. Or apartments. Yeah. People can be disgusting. Oh, cool. That looks a lot better to me. All right, I gotta clean this. We'll let that sit over there, and then we'll do the other side. And we'll let that dry. It's all. Did I ever tell you we got a Wahlburgers here in Green Bay and I don't like it? I wasn't impressed. Yep. It's all excited to ever go to Wahlburgers and I'm not impressed. And I even wrote them. They were supposed to improve it. And it's not very good. The best hamburger joint I've ever gone to. Oh. Well, I moved. And Scott bought my family home. That sounds like Diamond. That'd be something Diamond would say. I can't have any other team in my yard. Except Sheila is like the Kansas City Chiefs. That's her second team, but comes over to Packers in Kansas City. She's all Packer. But like, yeah, I decluttered a lot when I moved. But Allie wears, that would fit Allie. Allie wears Packer stuff too. My daughter's whole family's Packer. Yeah. And she don't ever get rid of it. She keeps all of it. Because they are so, she knows that. Because I laugh because Diamond's very super. I do. Yeah, here, I'll put it in. Allie's very I can't say it. Superstitious, man. Anybody walks into her house on a game day and they don't have a jersey on, they have to change. Oops. What did I spell? Yeah. Oh, why does this glue this up to me? There we go. Nope. But she gives them out to neighborhood kids. I'm gonna live down on a reservation, and she's like, the kids in the neighborhood that you realize. She's like, Mom, I did. How'd she say that? It was funny. She goes, well, Mom, if I learned anything from you, yeah, is not to get rid of all the kids' outgrown jackets and boots and mittens or whatever. Why? She goes, because there's a little boy in our neighborhood. He didn't have any winter boots or a coat. I said, told you, you will find that in, and then, so she goes, yep. I called the kid in the neighborhood this past year. She goes, I'm like, yeah. Especially on the res, there's so much drug addictions. Parents pick over. And I never realized that until you your daughter gets, because Diamond lives on the res, and now she's going to school for all that stuff as well. You don't realize it till she tells you. They're fentanyl, man. I don't know how many she told me it's killed this year on the res alone. And how was my birthday buddy, by the way? I think him every year on my birthday. This last year, the year before, we were out to eat on my birthday, and I toasted Tom. He just wasn't with me. And Diamond's like, who the hell's Tom? I said, my friend Rinda's husband. His birthday's the same day as mine. So I toast him. It's like, okay, Mom. Okay. All right. Yeah, me and Scott bought his family home in July. Scott's dad passed away in March. So it's always Scott's dream to own his parents' home and his grandfather's home. His grandfather built this home. Yep, Scott is too. Scott's doing well, really well since his heart attack in May. You know, matter of fact, he has some 6 months or something appointment coming up. Ultrasound on his heart or whatever they do. He responded real well. He just recently went back I mildew. Okay, I'll look at it after I'm live. And um, he recently just went back to work last month. They did. His doctor did advise him not to do 12-hour shifts on a paper plant anymore. So he's driving cab. He just seems to like it. Not so much like yellow cab, that kind of thing. It's more like he has designated pickups. Oh, I was sick for 2 weeks. Had like a virus that was affecting my vocal cords. It sucked. I went into the doctor last Monday and he put me on an IV and some antibiotics in the doctor's office, and then gave me a prescription for antibiotics because I could hardly talk. Yes. And then he told me straight up, I'm like, well, what do I have? He goes, I don't know. He says, Tina, I'll be honest with you. He goes, there is so much going around. We can't keep up as doctors these days. He goes, so I'm just going to put you on an antibiotic because I tested negative for COVID. And he didn't hear that sign from COVID. Anyways, I didn't have strep throat. I didn't have a sore throat. Just got such a cold. Me and Diamond both got it. But Diamond, she didn't get it as bad as I did. So he just put me on antibiotic for safe. But my blood pressure's down. Never had blood pressure problem my entire life. So now we are figuring out if it's because I had this virus or if it's medication I'm on for my hands or the antidepressant. So now I go back, get my blood pressure checked next week. And if it's still low or high or whatever the hell they classify that, then we have to start figuring out why that's going on. Because I'm supposed to have carpal tunnel surgery. Got denied that because it was a different experimental carpal tunnel surgery. Insurance would cover it. So now I have to go see a recommendation from my insurance, which probably more will cover it. All right. So now the prompt is stickers. So this side's going to be fun stickers, and this side's going to be my Van Gogh. That's why I kind of did this. It's kind of Van Gogh-ish. It's weird doing it like this instead of like this. So, find my Van Gogh. Here we go. Bought all these off Timo. Multiples. Put it upside down. Come on. There we go. Right? Yeah. Should look like that. Oop, now I got it too high. There we go. Boom. Well, you guys know if favorite artist comes along for a prop? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's just it, JD. It was the first day I was out. I don't leave my house that often, you know. The first day that me and Diamond went out and did something in weeks, you know, and lo and behold, boom. I get sick. So it's like, Jesus. Okay, so that's that side. Oops. I want to lose some that I didn't use. Sure, these are all white. That ain't sticky. Okay. I can't remember. Stickers in my goodness that I've been receiving or not. So I got these from yesterday. There's what? I didn't think there was a. Okay. I have all these random little stickers in this one little thing over here. Some are my mom's, some I bought from the garage sales. Some are from friends. Oh. Oh, I have a sticker right there. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I quit buying them though. I'll be honest. I used to buy stickers every time I walked in Dollar Tree. Now I don't. So that's a good thing. Because man, I accumulate. I mean, I still got a wall of stickers. It's just not as bad. I went with a whole different theme. I was going to use these. And then I got this on. I'm like, yeah, I got this going on. We'll use this. Definitely got to find a spot for the phone. Ooh, maybe not. Okay, we won't find a spot for the phone. Let's see. Oh my god, look at that little girl. Looks like Fancy Nancy. I should have did Lisa Franks. I have tons of Lisa Franks too. Oh well. That's alright. I don't know what these are supposed to be, but we'll put them on there. Oh, I walked into a St. Vincent de Paul treasure trove of Lisa Franks 2 years ago. Oh yeah. It came home with me. I think we're good. All right. This is week 3. Stickers. Man, it makes me want to take that out and do Lisa Frank so bad. Even the background looks Lisa Frank. I wonder how hard it would be to peel. Let's see. I'm so into it right now. Now that I open my mouth, I want to do it. But I ain't going to get rid of these. So just bear with me a second. I will put them like that right there. You'll see these on another page. I still want to use my Lisa Franks. I won't see them in this book, but I'll put them in my art journal. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do that right now. See, this is a good thing about when you do background pages beforehand. The advantages of changing your mind. Ah. I'm so stingy on my I'm using my Lisa Franks too, so this gives me a new reason to do it. And it ain't wasted stickers. Boom. Cool. That looks cool. Except I got paint. All right. Oh. Okay, look at $3.24 with all these cool sheets. But also, I had a coloring book. It had littler ones on. We're gonna pick a big one and put in the center and then build around. Oh, let's see. Oh, I'm gonna do the punk rocker. Yep, I'm gonna do her. All right. I'm digging this one. Cat or a unicorn? Okay. I want that, and I want this one. Yeah. There's somebody donated them, and I happen to be the right person at the right time at St. Vincent's de Paul. They $3.24. And then 2 coloring books that had a bunch of this little stickers as well. Broke our guitar. I will fix that in a second. I never could afford Lisa Frank when I was a kid. Yeah. I always said that was a rich kid sticker and folders. My mom didn't buy stuff like that. She couldn't afford it. Should have loved to, but it just wasn't in the budget, you know? That was something if I wanted, I had to save for. Yeah. Well, my mom was a single parent. My dad couldn't hardly pay his $25 a week child support. I look back and wonder how my mom did it. With raising 2 kids on her. Yep. She did. On her own. My parents were divorced when I was 7 years old. Yep. My dad lived in his fancy house with his wife and my sister. As his other 2 children were living on macaroni and cheese or from if you get my drift. That's my sister gets talking and I'm like, I don't even want to hear it. She'll just look at me. I'm like, I don't want to hear it. What? No. You had a lack of luxury compared to what me and your brother did. So I don't want to hear you complain. She didn't know where to take that. Nope. I love this frog. He's so cute. The frog. Yep. I mean, her parents divorced. I don't, my dad but my dad still paid more attention to my sister than he ever did me, even after they divorced. But she was 12 when they divorced. I was 7 when my parents divorced. Her parents were 12. And they still lived together. 2 years after the fact of divorce, my dad moved back in with my sister and my stepmother. So go figure on that one. May not remarried, but she might as well should have. Because for everything he fought in divorce, he handed it right back to her. Signed everything over. Yep. Fought for his property up in Michigan, and what's he do? Signs it right over to her. Because she guilt tripped him. Crazy. Yeah. He said to me once, I think I was like 23. No, I'd be older than that. 25, 26. Yep, exactly. That's what it is. My dad always needed a woman to take care of him. So, but he said to me one time, "How do I make it up to them?" I'm like, "Well, if you're gonna start making things up, you need to go a few years back and start with your first family." and your first children before you start making things up to your second. He just stared at me. I haven't talked to my. This was the first time I talked to my dad in 5 years when my son had his wedding reception because he got very sick. He ended up in a hospital. I went to get, and he was in ICU, and you know how you have to check in the ICU. They wouldn't let me see my dad because his wife, quote me, his wife informed him that he only had one living child, and that was my sister. I was dead. You have to understand, my brother died 2005, so almost 20 years ago. Yeah. If it wasn't for my dad's doctor happened to be sitting there that knew me, I wouldn't have been able to see my dad. And that was the last straw for me. Because he didn't believe me. Oh, a hospital must do that. Hospitals do not know when your children pass away. They have to be informed of that. Yep. And knowing the fact that my brother's no longer with us, his son, that he just took that so lightly, that was the end draw for me. My mom passed away 15 years ago. Just the best woman I've ever known in my entire life, besides my mother-in-law. But yep, that was the last straw. I don't have anything to do with him. He hasn't hardly had anything to do with me anyways, so it doesn't faze me. But yeah, to have that was very devastating, to be put down as deceased so that you can't see them. And I was the one that I was that kid that kept trying to, get that approval or love or whatever the hell you want to call it. But after that, nope, I quit. I stopped. Because you always long for that. And I come to realize I'll never get it. So I might as well not waste my time. Yep. He didn't even know my husband had a heart attack. He didn't, ready for this one? He didn't recognize his own grandson when my son ran into him at a garage or at a gas station. He's like, "Oh, hi, Grandpa." And he looked over at Xavier and goes, "Who are you?" Yep. Then he says to me, because I promised Xavier, because I have a short fuse when it comes to that man, that I would behave because it was my son and daughter-in-law's wedding reception. And Xavier was like, "Mom," I'm like, "No, it's your day, your way. If I have something to say to that man, I will not do it on your day." So we're all sitting in, we're outside, it's really warm, just enjoying the outside. And my dad's sitting there. And he says to me, "Which children are here that what children are running through here that are my great-grandchildren?" And I just looked at him, I'm like, and I go, "Well, Coda's sitting right across from you. And the two girls that are running over to me calling me Nana are Allie and Riley." And my Aunt Penny, which is my mom's sister, pops up and says, "Well, maybe you should stop in more to see them. You know what they look like." I said to Xavier, because I look up at Xavier, who's standing on the other side of Coda, on the other side of the picnic table. And he thought for sure that's when I would have, but I wouldn't do it. It was my son's wedding reception. I was not ruining his day and giving that man the satisfaction. So, but yep. Xavier goes, "Mom," I looked over and I thought, "Oh God, here it goes. Mom's going to snap." That's what he said to me later. I'm like, "Nope, I wouldn't have did that to you on your day. Because I'm the better parent than he will ever, ever be." Yep. There we go. I had to do my list of Frank. That's so cool. There we go. I'm glad I decided to pull that off and do this. Great. Yep. But yeah, said he thought for sure I was gonna. My dad said, "So which great grandchildren are mine running around here?" And he's sitting literally across from little Coda. Didn't even recognize him. And don't get me wrong, my dad's in his 70s, but still, he'd. I don't care. He doesn't have Alzheimer's, you know, or dementia. I held my tongue, and oh God, it was hard. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it was. Yeah. All right. So that one's done. I'm catching up pretty quick of this first 7 prompts because I just heard about this. Stickers. So the next one's winter theme, and that's the last one. Oh, see, that's what I'm hoping that doesn't. Look at, see, this is what I'm hoping doesn't happen, and it's happening. Oh, but we'll just let it sit in there. I don't have any other journal to use, so I'm using these. I'll just have to be careful. Sure. All right. So the next theme for week 4, because I'm behind. They're already on week 7. Kinda. It's Life with Patti, Artist Journal Prompts 2024. And each week she gives a theme and a prompt. Like she stickers was, and you'd have to do a 2-page layout. And week 4 was winter themed. Week 5 is quotes. Week 6 is Valentine's. And this week is scrap paper. So I just heard about it from Kathy. So I'm playing catch up. What? Oh, it's done instantly. Hang on. So I got enough to do up to. What is she sending me? Okay, hang on. Okay. I got enough to do and quotes. I want to look some quotes up. I can't dedicate myself to things like that. I'm too busy most of the time. Oh, hi, Sabrina. Sabrina's listening in the background. I like doing these weekly things, so I thought this would be fun. You'll get your crafty mojo back. I lost mine for a while too. Maybe it takes somebody around you to bring it back. Don't say never, ever. How do I want to do that? So, okay, I know what I'm going to do. I will be right back. I'm going to go get me something to drink because I got this dry spot. And then I know what I'm going to do here. So, I'll be right back. Okay, dokie. Don't go anywhere. I actually started collaging again. Collaging's fun. I think if I do this again, I'm going to, what the heck was I going to say? Where is that pad of paper? Get some of my scrapbooking paper down. So I have a big scrap, a thing that I like that I'm trying to find right now. It's just finding it. I gotta put my soda before I drop my soda out of my pocket. I am back, by the way, in the room. Here. This on the other side. Finding this paper I want. I just have to find what right slot it's in. This makes you use your brain. There it is. Okay. I'm thinking there might be something in this. We will see. But nothing else. I'm gonna grab me some pepper. And a baby blue paper. Are you serious? Purple. I don't want to use that because that's our cool paper from Sabrina. I don't want to use that. But you know what? I can use it. Got more than one sheet there just in case. It's pretty and make awesome background for snow. Isn't that gorgeous paper Sabrina sent me? That's just a possibility. Okay. In like a lamb, out like a lion, march. So I don't know if there's winter theme in here or not. So we will see. That little thing I got years ago sent to me, and they had it at Tuesday morning, and I like it because it was theme related. Yep. I'm trying to see if there's winter themes in here. I'm coming to spring. I don't know the order it went in. Mayflowers. Ooh. Yeah, I think. School. See, I got to organize my 12 by 12 paper. And if I get that organized, I plan on doing that this winter. You can see how far that's went. That and label them. I could have pulled out some 12 by 12 and used it. Halloween. Yeah, I don't see winter. Fall. No snowflakes. Okay. I'll put this back real quick. I'll be back. Check this one. Easter. Nope. All this paper in my 8x8. You think I'd have some snowflakes. Down to you. send that to Sabrina for Jamie. Eased up, eased up, eased up. Okay. All right. I really don't want to use Sabrina's paper. You know what it is? I know what it is. I know why I'm not finding winters. I probably have winter in with my Christmas. Guarantee it. That's where it is. But you know what? I know what I'm going to use. All right. Let's see. Okay. This is paper I made. So, make a cool background. It's my daughter. Ding, 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 ding at me. Can you print this for me? Can you print this for me? Jeez, what else did she send me? Let's be nosy. Ready, guys? Oh. She wants me to print that for Allie. And print that for her wall of double G. And this, please. Okay. All right. I'm sorry I hit the camera. Amazon. Miss Cat told me about it. It's Darcy's. Can you see that? Darcy glue stick, extra large, 8 something. But man, it's so nice. Because I was going through tons of glue sticks. And Miss Cat told me about it. She found it out from somebody else. She bought one. She highly recommended it, and I've bought 2 so far. And I'm not going through as much glue sticks as I was with Elmer's or whatever I was buying. I bought what was the cheapest. And those little ones, I was going through them like crazy. So they lasted me pretty well. I glue a lot, so I can't say it lasted me a long time, but it lasted longer than the little glue sticks where it'll. Dollar Tree. Saw the makeup section at Dollar Tree. Steph told me about that idea. Yep, that's all it is one of those facial roller thingamajiggers. There's different kinds. Or is it supposed to be like this? Nope, I had it right. Okay. So the theme is winter. Oh, I feel like I forgot a whole edge. I did. I could tell. See, I salvaged that this Christmas. So, and I'm getting this book. She didn't want anymore. I saw this cool image in it that I'm going to read. Also, oh, kittens. Oh, kittens. Flip. Now. Man. This one just doesn't want to stay down. Hello, Serena. Upcycled the Christmas card. Oh, that works. Yes, I know. There we go. Yep. Yes, I know. Scrapbooker and Joanne's every day on the clockwork, I swear. Yeah, that's good. These aren't red ones, are they? Nope, I just couldn't get it. There we go. Oh, stuck my finger. I had a left on this. Oh, some itty bitty teeny ones. Might as well use them. Boom. There we go. Alrighty. That, oh, here is I didn't even do, yeah, week 4. Winter. And boom, there we go. So I'm only 2 away from being caught up to today's quotes and Valentine page, and I'll work on them on camera. So let's see, we started out with introduction page. And thought it was fun to do each week. Miss Cat told me about it. Hashtag Artist Journal Prompts 2024. Life with Patti 2024. Tina's Messy Crafty Life. And of course, I put Van Gogh there. This back here is what this looked like, minus it had a little bit bigger, and I'll eventually cover this up. That 22. I'm going to try to find my stickers and go 2024. Arts Journal Prompt 2024 here in that space. So that's the first page. And then the second was photographs. That's my family. I got a little bit of paint going on there. Oh, well. It looks like I meant to do it. And then the third week was stickers. I have to watch this. So yeah, Van Gogh. And then Lisa Frank. And then week 4 was winter. I think that turned out pretty good. And now week 5 is quotes. Week 6 is Valentine page theme. And this week's is scrap paper. So I got a couple quotes I will be putting in here. So I'll just do them off camera. Let this dry a little bit. But I think that turned out cute. See, Diamond had this book. I don't know why it's called The 52 List Project, a yearly, weekly journal and inspiration. She started writing in it, and she gave it to me, but it's got, look at this one. It's got these cool images in it, you know? And it goes to worms, fireplace. And there's a lot that she didn't do. Ferns, birdhouse, summer. Must have missed spring in here somewhere. She was going to throw it away, and I took it. She said it wasn't. Look at the teepees. She said it wasn't her thing. Spring. She don't know where she got it. Summer. Fall. Christmas. But I love these images, so I thought. And I thought, it's like another thing of 52. But I thought nothing else. I could steal the prompts. See, I should have wrote down. List your goals, dreams. Oh, it's right here. List 1, list 2, list 4, spring. And then summer. Yeah, I ripped out. But the thing is what would that be? Page 17. Oh, right there, list. 18, summer. Yeah, winter, spring, summer. So I got this. I might just keep this and don't lose this and use the same props. It'd be cool. So there we go. So I have Patti, Life with Patti's channels linked in the description box. She does have a playlist for hashtag artsy journal prompts 2024. So if any of you are interested in doing it, and I'm going to work on the next 3 and be caught up, but I have to do videos of them also, so I'll get them all finished and then I'll do videos in order so they're in on my playlist in order. So look forward to the videos. And I upcycled a Christmas card. Used some random stamps that I had, or stickers. I didn't even realize I had these little snowmen. They just happened to looked over in my winter and saw them. So I want to thank you guys for coming in, watching. So how everybody else? And I'm on a mission for if I have a certain. Oh, I know where they are. See, that didn't take me long. Woo! That was a first. I just have to remember where it is. But I know where it. I know where what I'm looking for. Where I know where I. Okay, this is gonna sound weird. I know what I want is in something. I have to figure out where I put it. And does that make sense? Because I'm not seeing it on my shelf. Oh, maybe I am. Yeah, I am. See? Oh. Just have to move this. Pretty sure it's in here. Yep. Ta-da! Boom. I've been wanting to use these. I'm not going to show them because they guys see it's a surprise. Okay. I just almost put my Valentine's away yesterday because I was done doing Valentine's, and I would have had to bring them downstairs. So this will be prompts and Valentine's, and then scrap paper. I don't want to make it too bulky because I'm working with that little bit of space. It's going to get bulky regardless, but still. We don't celebrate Valentine's. Or as in me and Scott. I do have one little bin full of Valentine's, but we don't go overboard. Yep. I watch people. I mean, everything. They were raised the prices of roses that you could buy 2 weeks, 3 weeks prior for half of what you're going to pay on one day. That's crazy. And I'm not a big flower person. I'd rather Scott give me a gift card to a craft store if he's going to do anything for me, you know? So we don't celebrate it. I may buy him a balloon if I happen to be at the Dollar Tree. And a Reese's peanut butter. Like I told Diamond, even anniversaries. We do celebrate our anniversary, but I'd rather have 365 days of show appreciation for my husband and then one anniversary or and Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? So, like this year, me and Scott went on a bed and breakfast train. It was kind of cool. And that's because we've never did anything to get, like that. We never even had a honeymoon. So we did that. We were supposed to do that for our 25th. Except Dad was kind of sick, so we didn't want to go too far. And so we did it the 26th. We wanted to celebrate the big milestone, like 25 years. You know what I mean? But in between, nah. We buy each other. Because I laugh because our birthdays are coming up next month. And he'll be like, what? He'll be like, put money in my account and I'll just go buy what I want. And he does the same thing. And then I always tease him, like, what did I buy you for your birthday? I'd like at least to know if I get asked. Because we're to the point in the age where I've been with John 41 years and he never got married. Damn. Yep. Hey, sometimes you don't have to. My mom wishes she would have. My mom, divorced my dad when I was 7 years old. She went almost 30 years before she remarried, and she regretted it because she was so self-independent, and he turned into a different type of man that they would have probably, if she was still here, they'd been divorced. They were already on the verge of divorce, and they were only celebrated their 3rd anniversary when my mom passed away. Your family hates him, and they still do. That's bad. I get it. I mean, I got family. I don't hate anybody. I just dislikes a few. Like I don't talk to my dad, or hardly my dad or my sister. She's my half sister. I hardly talk to my mom's sisters because the way they treated me after my mom passed away. I looked right at both my aunts and told them my mom would have never treated your children the way you treated me after her. If there was the vice versa, my aunt showed up at my son's wedding, and standing because Xavier's both sets of grandparents, both grandmothers and grandfather passed away. Chantel's are still alive, so he did pictures of my mom and then Scott's parents and lit candles in memory of them. It was so cool. And I'm standing in front of them, looking at them, and I took a picture of it. And my Aunt Penny walks up, who I rarely talk to anymore, says, "Your mom's with us here." And I said, "Yeah." Just look in the eyes of her grandchildren and great-grandchildren. She goes, "No, she's here." And I'm like, and then she points to her ears. Here she's wearing a pair. Oh, there was a lot of things throughout my son's reception. I could have lost it. She goes, she's wearing a pair of earrings that I bought my mother, that my stepdad chose to give my aunt instead of my mother's daughter or granddaughter. Yep. Lucky my mom was a giver, because he kept a lot of my things. They were only married 3 years when my mom died. I had to fight for my kids' baby pictures because my mom was a scrapbooker. I had to fight to get the pictures back in the scrapbooks. My mom always said, in her scrap room, and my daughter took it literally. I didn't, but my Diamond did. She'd say, "Yep, here's your inheritance, Tina," and she'd swing her arms around her craft space. Well, when she passed away, Diamond took that literally. Diamond was over with my stepfather, helping him try to get into my mom's computer. And there's these scrap women. My mom had a group they scrapbook in. He was letting them take what he want, and she's like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, step grandfather, your grandpa said we could go through Patty's stuff." And she's like, "It's not yours to go through. That's my mom's." And I was so devastated when I lost my mom. My stepfather turns to my 13, 14-year-old daughter, I think she was. "If your mom wanted it so goddamn bad, why isn't she over here moving it out?" She goes, "Well, I'm on it." Well, then the ladies stepped back. They put everything and they didn't take anything. And I woke up to my doors slamming in our house. Boom, boom. Because I was sleeping a lot. I was depressed. I'm ready to walk out and yell at my kids like, "Hey, I'm sleeping." Because I'll admit, for like 3, 4 months after my mom died, it was 6 months, I wasn't the best parent. Um, Here's all these kids walking boxes down, in, out, walking in and out. And our back door didn't stay open. So that's what I was hearing, is that banging. And I looked at Diamond and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And then Diamond told me. So that's how I ended up starting my own craft room, is because my mom's stuff started it. There's still a lot in here I run across. There's like this, my little heat gun, black one by Tim Holtz, died. I was going to buy a new one because this one was my mom's and I didn't want to use it. But I sat here and thought, you know what? I've hung on to this for almost 16 years. She'd be like, "What the hell are you doing? Use the damn thing." So I'm using it. And there's those things that, like stamps, that I knew that are hers that I won't ever, punches. She would have loved. I don't know if she knew about the Sizzix and all these dies that I have. She didn't have them. She'd have loved the cricket, you know? Yeah, so we went through that here just recently with Scott's dad. Lucky Scott's dad was giving away stuff before he passed away. But the thing is that there were certain things that Scott got that she's like, "Where did that go?" Scott's like, "Dad gave it to me." Well, when you don't come around, I don't know the circumstances on your house, but you don't know things. When my dad passes away, and I'm not hoping anytime soon because I don't wish that on anybody, I told my sister, "Good luck, have fun." I'm not even going to my dad's funeral. Yep, they are. Luckily, see, I asked my mom, when my mom married my stepfather, I wanted her to get a will and list things that specifically went to me. You know what her attitude was? "There ain't much to fight over." I'm like, "Yeah, there is, if you look around seriously." So she wouldn't do it. She didn't believe it. Because my mom, I don't know what it is was with my mom. She never wanted to do a will. She always assumed that her husband, my stepfather, wouldn't do that to me. Well, guess what? I looked at him. I said, "When you do go into your afterlife, you're not going to get in the heaven doors." He's like, "Excuse me?" I said, "Because the good Lord's going to let my mom step out, bring you a new one for how you treated her child, her only living child, and her grandchildren. And then the good Lord shall let her back in and he'll decide. Because right now I think you're in a process of going to hell." I had to hire a lawyer to get stuff that he had no right to keep. And if I wanted anything, I had to buy it. It was all about money. Stuff that he wasn't even around when it was bought. Yep. It was just crazy. Yep. A kitchen table set that me and my mom bought when I was 20 years old. I wanted it. It wasn't worth $10. And I was going to put it away to give to Diamond someday. And it's just a WGNR Furniture is a local furniture company here. Nope. He told me I wanted it, $200. And I'm like, bullshit. I ain't giving you $200. First of all, it ain't worth the $200. Secondly, I should have to buy something that belonged to my mom. Because my mom always said, 401k, how did she put this? 401k pays for my funeral. You split what's left and you have a rummage sale to cover the taxes. Because, nope. He loaded up the trailer and moved to Georgia with all my mom's belongings when I was on vacation. And I wish I would have went to a lawyer. I learned a hard lesson on that one. Go to a lawyer. Get a lawyer. Because he wouldn't have walked away with what he did because they weren't in the state of Wisconsin. They are not established marriage, and especially if they don't own property like a house. He wouldn't have got nothing because they weren't married 7 years. Yep. He didn't even open probate. I didn't know that either. Because my mom, it's the things you find out afterwards. It's like when before Scott's dad passed away, I knew things because of the fact of what happened with my mom. Like, see, Scott and I's will is very simple. I inherit it. If something happens to him, he inherits if something happens to me. And if something happens to both of us, this house is left to both my kids 50-50 at a set price, not fair market price. It's what we bought it for plus what we put in it. And I take tags and and the kids both know this because it was funny. I'll tell you a story. My grandma started this, my dad's dad. She'd get a gift and she put the sticker on it on the back of whatever it was. And that's what you got back when something happened to them. And then Scott's mom did that and Saber remembered that. This past summer he came in, he's like, "Hey mom, do you have any stickers or labels?" He goes, "Mom, do you have any stickers?" And I'm in this room and I stare at him like, "Seriously, Saber?" And he goes, and then he had to think. He goes, "Okay, do you have any label stickers?" And I'm like, "Yes." "How many do you need?" "Well, probably 10, 12. So I cut him off. And he goes, "Can you write my name on?" Because my son has really bad penmanship. I'm like, "Okay." So I wrote Xavier Massey all on these 12 stickers, handed them to him. And he goes out to the garage and because Scott bought this big ass toolbox. And he put a sticker on the back of Scott's toolbox. And Scott goes, "What the hell are you doing, boy?" He goes, "I'm just getting ahead of time." Because he knows there's certain things that I already put the kids' name on. And Scott goes, "Don't you dare put no goddamn sticker on my Harley." Scott goes, "Where the hell did you get that idea?" "Well, Grandma did it, and so did, Nana and Mom." Well, look it arises. It's alive. It's an alley cat.
Hi.
Do you know every time you come here, you're wearing the same nightgown?
Yeah.
What are you going to do when you finally outgrow that little cat nightgown?
I'm gonna get into a shirt.
Well, Allie, what are you going to do when you outgrow the nightgown? Eventually, even this is not going to fit.
I don't know, get another cat nightgown.
You have to Google picture it and see if you can find it. We should do that. You can do that Google image and see if we can find you a bear on. She wears the same little. Let me take a picture. Where's my phone? She has worn this every time. She comes with the same nightgown every time she comes here. Because I've been calling her Alley Cat since she was little. Whoops, what did I do here? Okay. It's such a cute little nightgown. Well, I told Diamond. I said the craft room gets It's like the girls can have the girls. Diamond and Allie, Riley, and Coda's like, don't forget me. And I'm like, okay, Coda. So I told Diamond, it's up to you to do what you want with her when something happens to me. Riley was standing there. And she goes, something happened to you, Nanny and Nana. I'm like, no, not yet. Knock on wood. For a very long time. And Diamond goes, okay. I said, but if you go to sell stuff, yeah. I said, there's plenty of people on my channel that will assist you. Okay. And she goes, yeah. I said, but don't tell your dad what I paid. Let your dad continue believing what he thinks I paid for it, not what you can sell it for. And she goes, oh my God, Mom. So, but I see my room like my mom's going, even if it's packed until the girls are older. Diamond said she probably would never get rid of any of it. It's a legacy right here for the girls. Right? Pop up for good. What? Oh, Allie, come here. What? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? You are so on an emotional train these past few months. I am not going anywhere. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. She started crying. I looked over and she was crying. Just remember what we say about Double G? He's with us every step of the way. And we love you. And I love you so much. So don't cry because you're going to make me cry. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I can't promise that, but I'm not going anywhere today. Okay? All right? Sit down. Go to get a drink. Okay? Oh, yeah. She's not handled Scott's Double G. She's not handled Scott. Double G is what we called Scott's dad. They called him Double G because Allie couldn't say grandpa when she was little. So, oh, I told her, me and Diamond's like, how Diamond's like, Mom, are you scared of dying? I'm like, yeah. So she goes, you are? And I'm like, yeah. I said, I want my grandchildren to be older, way older. I want to be in my 80s where they're adults. Because this, you saw in just a conversation, wham. Yeah, it would devastate her. And this year with Scott having a heart attack too didn't help either. So, but I'm going to get off here so I can go give her some little loving she needs right now. I was just looked over to tears going down her face. So I want to thank you guys. And she's at that emotional 13-year-old stage becoming a young lady, and it hasn't happened yet. So all these emotions are out there. It's just crazy. So thanks for spending the morning with me. We're going to go talk Papa into some donuts. You too. Have a good day. As always, be happy, be kind, be safe. Thanks, everybody. Go check out, oh my God. I just lost my thought. Life with Patti. I knew it was. Bye.